Hello, this is Eileen, the environmental educator, and in this video, we're going to talk about what's making headlines. Is that Klaus Schwab, our friend? He loves us. He just wants to do good for us. Yeah, he is laying out his vision for a new world order, and the future is to be built by us. Which I don't think that means me and you listening to this, but us and people that look like that. Forever I've said, it doesn't this guy just look like every villain you've ever seen in a movie? And yet here he is somehow running the show, and here he is down here. This is getting a lot of play today. Talking about this guy here, Wall Street Silver even says this guy gives me the creeps. Duh. Okay, so here he is laying out what you need, what you have in your future.
Let's also be clear. The future is not just happening. The future is built by us, by a powerful community as you here in this room. We have the means to improve the states of the world. But two conditions are necessary. The first one is that we act all as stakeholders of larger communities, that we serve not our only self-interests, but we serve the community. That's what we call stakeholder responsibility. And second, that we collaborate. And this is the reason why you find many opportunities here during the meeting to engage into very action and impact-oriented initiatives to make progress related to specific issues on the global agenda.
Oh, on the global agenda. Well, whose global agenda was that, Klaus? Oh, you and your friends, right? And hey, that sounds all good. And if you just took this man at his word, sure, I'm all for not just looking out for me and what's in my immediate proximity, but realizing that things we do today do have a global impact in just being responsible. It's not hard to be responsible. And if everybody just, did their part and lived responsibly, then we'd have solutions. And, the consequences, well, when all of these storms that happen, and they say it is because of our climate condition these days, that is the consequence of everybody's bad actions. So irresponsible actions. Okay. So, when the storms go and they wipe out people, in Florida, or people that just, other Americans, like, that's the consequences of your actions. So I don't think that's a bad thing to be looking out for other people, even if it includes people in other countries. But, this rainbows and unicorns here that was presented here is not in line with his lockdowns. And right here, now this made headlines. Oh yeah, a green social credit, individual carbon footprint tracker pushed by China's Alibaba at the World Economic Forum. Yeah, right there with 5,000 troops protecting these people. When you're out doing good, I don't think you have to sit behind an army of people. And yeah, this is very interesting. Um, yeah, right here, Andrew Lawton says Alibaba Group President J. Michael Evans boasts at the World Economic Forum about the development of an individual carbon footprint tracker to monitor what you buy, what you eat, and where you travel. And here's J. Michael Evans.
We're developing through technology an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint. What does that mean? That's where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? So, individual carbon footprint tracker. Stay tuned. We don't have it operational yet, but this is something that we're working on.
Oh, okay. And yeah, wow, that sounds good. That sounds like, the watch you wear that counts your steps. Oh yeah, yeah, that's so cool. Um, Not really, just for a lot of reasons, because if you just lived responsibly, the environmental educator agenda here that, for people here that are new, I have the environmental solutions the world needs that no environmental voice has allowed since November of '93, ending our disposable society, gaining individual cooperation, just replacing irresponsible actions with responsible ones, and, hemp, well before clean energy, because these can be achieved now. These could have already solved the problem. The solution would be immediate. This is still been talked about for 5 decades, and at best is still a decade away. Okay? But all these would be immediate, and they would have already solved the problem. And so, we're out here talking about now tracking, like, Weight Watchers, counting your points. It's because, yeah, it's not just you that's monitoring. Okay, down here it says that he's also developing a green travel map and systems, which people will be provided. Oh, they're just going to give it to us. The best route. Oh, the most efficient route and the most efficient form of transportation. And if they take advantage of those recommendations, they will be given bonus points that they can redeem elsewhere on the platform. Oh, okay. And if you don't take the best route, oh, oh, okay. Yeah. So they are incentivized to do the right thing, even if they were provided the opportunity to do the wrong thing. Okay. Not when there's consequences such as, is happening in China, where you will just be cut off. Okay. The environmental educator, I don't advocate for carbon taxes, but I do advocate for green taxes because, society is not set up to get us off of the carbon footprint to electric that is not even real, but, all the propaganda promotes. But so you're taxing people based on a system that you haven't gotten them off of. That's not fair. But when it comes to like a green tax, like you have the ability to bring a reusable coffee cup. So if you get taxed for, the cup, the lid, the stir, um, every day, then people will start to make a responsible choice. But it is your choice because you can just pay the tax. But the idea of a green tax isn't to collect a tax. It's just to encourage you to do the right thing. But it's not like you get cut off from things. Okay, these people, you know, will cut you off. It didn't elaborate on what type of travel would represent the wrong thing. Or, when your points are so low, what is it you don't get to do? Which, right. The Chinese social credit system has seen millions of people barred from traveling for falling afoul of Beijing's behavioral codes. Oh, behavioral codes. Oh, okay. That's an interesting way of putting it. So that's what they have in money for you. I'm in money for you. I'm sorry, I read the word money right there. But, that's what they have in store for you. And they want to control your life with this. And no one will put an end to it. No one. And the interesting thing is, now this is about this is VOA News. This is about the Economic Forum, the article that was done about it. And now remember the people who are flying in their private jets, like, what's their credit score going to be? What are they going to get cut off of? Okay, but the people putting on this event, the forum managers, said that, oh, don't worry. Over the last 5 years, they have offset 100% of the carbon emissions from the organization's activities by supporting environmental projects. So does that just mean, the activities that go on that the WEF sponsors during their 5-6 day event, or does that mean all the private jets flying in from all of their activities, the organization's activities? That's not the private jets flying in. And even if it was, then why can't people who drive a car just can't give to an environmental project, because then that'll just offset. So, it's not a level playing field. We all know that. We know what these players are up to. But they are going to use the environment to keep you from living the life of freedom that you're accustomed to and that every person deserves. And remember this, Project Veritas, their media guy, Mario, Balbaban, and what's Project Veritas going to do?
For whistleblowers who are working in big pharma or whistleblowers working in health agencies, government health agencies, we're seeing, this avalanche of mandates and unconstitutional orders taking place across the country. People are reaching out to us desperately, asking for help. How can they, keep their job? How can they, avoid certain fines or all sorts of punishment if they don't want to take the vaccine, for example, or the mask mandates? It's truly frightening, and we encourage anyone with information in those institutions, be it health agencies or big pharma, to come forward to us and help save our country.
And help save our country. So Project Veritas is very, very, very concerned about mandates and taking away your freedom, except when it comes to the environment. It doesn't matter that you're going to be monitored and tracked. And, maybe when James O'Keefe can't be traveling from here to here to here to here to all of his engagements, he might start to go, wow, oh, wow. But, will he just, as a journalist, what journalists do? They report the news because the truth was put on their desk. Okay? That's what a journalist does. So, being the journalist that censors as much as O'Keefe does, he's not going to tell you that he's just won't expose these people. And you are going to be living a life where, you are going to go out and your car just won't turn on because you didn't follow the pre-approved route. It was the best suggestion for you, okay? And the suggestion really only has one reply from you that's correct, which is, oh, okay, I'll do that. And that is tyranny. Or you will be cut off completely. People barred from traveling. People barred from going to work. People barred... That's not freedom. That's what our country and the world needs saving from. And this is what these people have in store for you, while they will not allow real solutions. And if any press, Rebel News, Alex Jones, anybody, James O'Keefe, if he would tell you this, you know what? We'd get on him. Because society would go, yes. Okay, we would get on ending our disposable society. And it would happen like that. But instead, we have a future that is being carved out by your friend, your buddy, Mr. Klaus Schwab and his friends, that it's them that is building the future. And it's a future that you don't want. So stay tuned, people.